Welcome back to the series 0 to 100 in 180 days, where in 6 months I turn everything around and go from 0 to 100. So I spent the last few years in Europe where I went to school and I worked, and I really fell in love with myself in the very non-egotistical way where I thought I was looking for love somewhere else, but it turned out that I just needed to learn to love myself. And that was the lesson there. But what I wanted to do was see if I could really meet and achieve my potential. So I recently moved back to the States with no money, with $0 in my pocket, and I am staying with some friends, and I'm starting over from zero. Where am I now? It's been 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks since I've been here, and I've achieved the goal of getting a job where now I have a part-time job at 20 hours a week or so at a coffee shop. And I made my first milestone of getting a bike. So first I was walking through the desert, and I've walked to work a few times, and I've been lucky enough to get a ride a couple of times, and now I've got a bike. So after less than 2 weeks, I think about 5 or 6 days of work, I have enough money to get a bike, so I got a brand new bike. I've kept up with my meditations, and I've added additional things to my daily ritual to help me stay balanced and loving throughout the day so that I can meet each day with love and compassion in my heart. And that will lead me to manifest the next steps and to see the synchronicities and say yes and just understand that everything flows forth from us, and everything that is above in our head comes out into the earth. So maintaining I don't know what you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want. Some people call it Zen. Some people call it just peace of mind. Some people call it oneness, just achieving this sense all the day, with every breath, with every action, just love and grace and thanking the universe for what I've got. So now that first 2 weeks is over, I've gotten my bike. So I've gotten a nice mountain bike, and I can now get to and from work without having to ask for a ride, which is great. Because now they want me to come in earlier to work, around 6 a.m., and I wouldn't walk that early, and no one's giving me a ride that early. So now that I have the bike, I'll be able to do that and get to work very early. Just need to get a light for that. Of course, in higher levels of thinking and higher levels of acting, and trying to bring the people and the things around me into synchronicity, so that I can move forward next month and continue to grow into the 6-month plan where I don't know what the outcome is. I'm not really too worried about it. The thing is, I'm having fun with this process. So having the bike is a really good sense of bringing me into where I am. It also means I can explore the area a bit more. Essentially, I've unlocked a new part of the map, whereas the other day I was just walking around and I get rides from time to time, but now I've unlocked a bigger part of the map, so I can, to explore the area. A bike doesn't give me too much freedom though. So while it's more freedom than just walking around, I don't have the ability to go into town and go to the farmer's market and go to the improv classes and do all these things on my own without a ride. But that's the goal, is I don't want to have to rely on anybody for anything, and I don't want to accept any handouts. Now I have a place to live, but I will be paying rent as soon as I'm able to afford it. And that's the goal, is because realistically, you can't turn everything around if you're not willing to pay rent. So I will be paying rent as soon as I can, and I believe I should be able to also get a car and pay rent and not have to really save money for a car. I believe that my rent's going to come from my job. I work 20 hours a week. So at the end of the month, I should be able to pay rent just based on that. With that, I will have a budget that will allow me to understand what kind of money I have left over after rent for business expenses and food and things like that, because those are non-negotiable. I have to have food, I have to have rent, and then I have to be able to run a business. as well as have the free time to audition and go do improv and stand up and open mics and do a one-man show and write a screenplay and all of the things that I want to do. All the things that you want to do, you need to have the free time for that. So I think the big thing that's going to happen is this business idea needs to be a bit more developed. And this month, I need to go ahead and start making money with my business. So I think I'll take another video to talk about what business I'm going to do. What does the outcome look like? It could be looking like I'm living here still, but paying my fair share in rent. It could mean that I buy my own house, or I rent my own house, or I don't know. So it could mean anything, and I think I can't define 6 months ahead. I have an idea of what I want to do in 2 and 3 months time. In 6 months, I have higher goals and a vision outlook on these things. Like I should have booked this kind of work with, but that's too caught up on the outcome. So I am looking forward to what's next. What I've really find that I have needs here since I just moved here. I need a better mattress. So it's interesting that I am going into the bedding and mattress business for my online store, and I'd really like to have a better mattress right now because I think I need to sleep perfectly. I need to be the pinnacle of sleep. If I'm going to help other people sleep better, I need to have the best sleep. Yeah, so let's do it. And I don't know. That's it for now.